Vivíamos seis en un cuartito de 4x4.
6 of us lived in a very small 12-foot by 12-foot room. Everybody had their little space on the floor. The rent there is very high, and if we wanted to save some money, we had to go without. There was no TV or radio, there were no tables or chairs. I would work 3 and 4 shifts. When I was back here, I got home one evening, and my daughter had hidden a knife under her pillow. And the youngest would hide under the bed because he was afraid someone was going to come and kill him. The only one that slept in the bed was the oldest one. The others would be hidden somewhere because they had these fears that they had developed when they were by themselves. It was very, very difficult because I had left them here when I went to the U.S. It was 2 years before I came to see them. I didn't know if they had shoes, clothing, or food. Today my family is broken because I left for the United States. Now I'm here and 2 of my children are over there. My children want me to go with them over there, but I don't want to go with them because my parents are here and they're getting older and need me to care for them. That's why I'm not going back. In the U.S., I feel like a prisoner, and I can't go out for the fear of being captured by the immigration officials. For me, it was better here. Maybe I lacked the money to eat well, but I was happier here with my children. On Sundays, we would go out to play. We would play volleyball or basketball, or here at home, the 4 of us would pile in the bed and eat popcorn or watch a soccer game. In that sense, it was very beautiful for me. But when I was over there, I had to work very hard and send the money over here to pay rent and to feed my children, and I had to pay rent over there and save money for myself to eat. And I felt like a prisoner because I couldn't go out. I was in a foreign country, and it was very difficult to make it there without friendships or alliances. The people there were very materialistic and not very friendly.
You are a very strong woman who helped her family and is helping others. Where do you get your strength?
Pues yo pienso que Dios me la da a través de mis hijos.
I think God gives it to me through my children. My youngest child I call my negrito. This child, when he was small, came to me one Christmas, and I was crying because we had no food. He said to me, "Mama, if I'm a good boy, why don't the 3 wise men bring any gifts for me? Some of the other kids behave badly and they get toys." So I had to tell my child that the wise men don't exist, and it's the parents who give you the gifts. And I told him, "I can't give you toys because if I give you toys, I can't give you anything to eat." When I started crying, my little boy would tell us all to put our hands together in the center, and then he'd say, "One for all and all for one." That gave me the strength to work for them and fight for them because they trusted me.
Bueno, en este momento, pues mis padres están separados desde hace 5 años.
At this time, my parents have been separated for the past 5 years. Like I commented to Anne, this started approximately 2 years ago when my father decided to go to the United States to look for employment. This occurred in 1986 when he left for the North.
Pues yo tenía 11 años.
I was 11 years old and my sister was 7 years old. My smallest sibling was 4 years old. Very early, I had the responsibility of being the oldest brother and to act or be a father for my siblings. Sometimes I enjoyed doing this.
La situación era muy difícil en
The situation was very difficult for my family.
Yo creo que mi
I
padre
believe my father
decidió
decided to
salir
leave to
para
make
buscar
a
una
better
mejor
life
vida
for the family.
para la familia.
It was not
Mi padre
easy for
no-
him to find
no
work in
encontraba fácilmente
Cuernavaca.
trabajo en Cuernavaca.
He found a friend who invited him to go to California, and he left
Entonces,
for California.
Bueno, al principio
At the beginning, it was a surprise because my father left to go somewhere. I was very fearful that I would never see him again. I remember he told me, "You are now the man of the family, and you are going to take care of your siblings, and you're going to take care of your mother." Yes, I was very, very fearful.
Y entonces yo nunca tuve alguien con quien platicar.
I had no one to talk to about personal problems or how to be a man.
No, nunca tuve.
No advice from a father.
No.
So how did you get that?
¿Cómo lo tuviste?
La vida.
Life. Life teaches you many
La
things.
vida trabajar,
How
por
to be
ejemplo.
responsible, how to work, for example, and how to earn a peso.
Pues bueno, tenía un tío que siempre decía, pues adelante, estudia, trabaja.
I had an uncle who would always say, forward, study, work, take care of your siblings.
Cuida a tus hermanos.
While at school, I loved to study. One day I decided to leave school and to take care of my brother and sister. I left school and I started to work to give them
para
economic
darles
support.
apoyo económico y bueno.
You said that your dad has gone back to the United States many times. Do you think your family was better while he was in the United States or while he was here?
Bueno, creo que la segunda vez.
I believe the second time he left, it was a lot better. He started to send money. Our life changed. There was food, lots of food, clothing, shoes. We started constructing our home. We didn't have a bathroom. We didn't have water or lights. We had many limitations. From the second time forward, our lives began to change very much.
Es interesante porque toda mi familia ha estado en Estados Unidos.
It's interesting because all of my family has been in the United States. When my mother and my sister went to Tennessee, they returned in 1997. All three returned. My mother, my sister, and my father. They brought a car full of gifts and clothing. And I remember my mother had been a year over there, and the impression she had of our home was terrible.
Hey, esta es mi casa, aquí vivo.
This is my house? This is where I live? Their house in Tennessee had a garage, a yard, a terrace, a big kitchen, all this wonderful stuff, telephone, air conditioning, and a nice bathroom.
So what did you think when she came back?
Me siento triste.
Sad, a lot of sadness, very sad. When a person loses a love for their country, for their culture, for their people, when you reject your culture, you reject your life.